I feel like making friends along social media is like such a crazy thing to think about.
We had all met like when we were around our 20s and stuff. I 100% think that the group I hang out with now would be a content house. This is the thing though. People expect you to be perfect. Right. So like when you do say something back, they're like, oh wow, you responded to me. You're a child.
Welcome to the Alyssa and Julian Podcast.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Julian, and this is the Alyssa and Julian Podcast. Do-Rag Julian is back in the building.
Here we go.
We are here. What up? Do-Rag Julian. I think it's become like my thing on the internet now. Like, I like it.
The thing on the internet. Or your thing on the internet.
Yeah, I'm not in much videos anymore without it. Like when I live stream, I did a cooking stream yesterday. Had the do-rag on.
In reactions, you've been having it on.
I do all the reactions with it now. Even my video that's coming out, like I did a little bit of like, I had it on for a little bit.
You had it on for like a little recording sesh?
Yeah, like for like the voiceover narration stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're making a trend. Trend setup.
I'm not trend setting. A lot of people wear do-rags. I'm just covering up my baldy.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well.
Yeah.
Want to hear a funny story, actually?
What's your funny story?
I was going to say, like, intentions of the week. Reading mine, I kind of already did it, and we haven't even gone into this episode yet. So you want to hear mine?
Go for it.
So now that I've said that. So I literally had, for my intentions for the week, to, like, starting to prep to, like, bulk record because, so we're going on vacation in a few weeks, like 3 weeks-ish. So I want to try to bulk record, like, I don't know if we'll start now or like next week or something. Basically soon so that I can edit and we can have episodes out for you while we're on vacation. Because, like, if we can, I want to. Right? You feel me?
I think we can.
So I think we can too. So, and I also have to like start like mentally like prepping what I want to pack. Because I'll probably be prepping for both me and JJ. But I literally sat down yesterday and planned 3 episodes.
Somebody's watching like, what is Julian going to be doing? Julian's prepping for both him and YouTube. So
right. Julian preps for the YouTube side and himself. I prep for me and the baby side.
Yeah,
so
there we go. Exactly.
We're both packing for 2.
Literally, bro. Hey.
But yeah, he can worry about all, because I won't even know what we'll need. He'll know what we need. He'll know what to pack. He'll have it all. So yeah, so I literally sat down last night and I already had this episode done. So I did like 3 others after this. So I basically have it like prepped for what we're going to be talking about in each episode. Mm-hmm. We just actually have to sit and record at some point. But we'll need time because like the baby doesn't sleep that long. So we'll see what happens. I mean, unless we do it like during a nap time like now and like one when he goes to bed, because then he'll sleep for a while. But I don't know. We'll figure it out.
He takes 2 naps on average. So like I feel like if we could get like one done during one nap, one done during the other nap, and then maybe one when he's in bed. Like,
ooh, 3 in a day? That'd be crazy. Right? Honestly, I would just keep this up.
Yo,
I'm not taking it down to set it up 3 times.
Yo, literally, like
we're just not gonna have a kitchen
gonna be
for a little
here.
bit.
Literally, live stream's gonna be here. Everything, y'all are just gonna be hanging out with us in here today.
So yeah, that's my intentions for the week, and I'm happy I'm kind of already like on a head start. What?
I was like, there's something I wanted to say, but I completely forgot. And then you said, yeah, that's my intention week. I was like, oh, that's what we're talking about. That's right. Yeah. So, we just drifted far away and I forgot we were talking about.
Remember when I said last episode
what'd you say
that I was looking for fill-ins? Yeah, still stands. Just kidding.
No, she's not. That's crazy. Imagine replacing Julian in the Alyssa and Julian podcast.
I mean, if your name's Julian. JJ, wake up. No.
I was about to say, you have another Julian you can use. Anyway, is it my turn? Mm-hmm. My intention of the week, I've been really like locked in on my health lately. So
love that.
I am going to try to set up a new routine Should I just grab it so I could show them?
You can.
So I ordered this probiotic thing, but
It's called Karma. What is it? Karma
that's
water?
not the one I ordered. I bought this from the store. This is the water I bought.
Oh, just kidding.
This is Karma water. In fact, I'm gonna have it right now while we're doing the podcast. I know I said no brand stuff, but Karma, if you want to sponsor the podcast, that'd be dope. But this stuff is really good, and
It actually tastes pretty good.
shout out to Japman. He kind of put me onto it, so I'm gonna have that while we're here. But I also ordered vitamins, like probiotic vitamins for my stomach, because I have like somebody told me that like the issues I have like are because of issues I have with my stomach, and I get like a lot of random headaches. Sorry, I'm like peeling this off, but I get a lot of random headaches out of nowhere. My sinuses feel crazy. My ears constantly feel like they need to pop, and they told me like if you work on your gut health and you get your gut health together, you're like the rest of your all that will like kind of work itself out. So that's gonna be and I said all that to say my intention of the week is to get in a routine with drinking one of these a day, and taking one of those pills a day. I'm really bad at like getting that stuff and then not following through with it. So my goal is to actually like follow through with it.
Did you finish the other one you opened?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Well, that one wasn't this. That one was like just like a healthy water, like
I
a
know,
hydration
but that's
drink.
his second one today.
Yeah. That's my
If you
second
know,
water.
you know.
That's my second water today. Yeah.
That's why I was looking around and I had a weird face and I was like, he already opened one, but
Yeah.
did he really drink it that fast?
I know. I was like, I need something. So we're gonna.
Love that.
Yeah, I'm literally like making it on stream.
So anyone,
on the podcast.
everyone who's been getting at Julian for drinking water, you know
Or
who
not
you
drinking water.
know who you are. Well, yeah, that's his third one in 2 days,
Actually, in less than 12 hours.
literally.
Yeah, because I had the last one at 11 o'clock last night.
Yeah, so about 12 hours. He had one last night to try it. He had that one. That's how he knows he likes it. And then he had one this morning, and he's having another one. That's 3 waters.
Well, the last one I had was because I want the probiotic one because obviously I'm working on gut health. The last one was a healthy like hydration drink, which is kind of cool that they like have these like.
But you're still
Like
like,
that.
it's not a bad thing to have.
No, it's not
So,
a bad thing. It's just not the thing I'm focused on right now.
They both tasted pretty good. So like, I might have the other one.
But yeah, I'll update you guys. I want to do this for 30 days, but my intention for this week is to start the process.
Don't they say like you need to do something like a certain amount of days for it to become like a habit?
Yeah, like 30 days, but also in that
was like
30
20
days,
cents.
it's going to take 30 days for everything I'm doing to really like take effect and for me to feel the effects of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to, just start now, do this stuff, and then see what happens.
So basically they're saying you have to do something for like 3-4 weeks for it to become a habit. That's crazy.
I won't cheat and I won't make this my intention every week, but for right now, this is my
This is my intention to make it my habit.
Yeah,
This is my intention to make it my habit.
Literally though.
All right, guys.
Streaming platform.
Without Julian listening, let's see how we go this time. Ready? Streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music.
Google.
Oh my God, he got off.
Podcast. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to scream.
I'm just happy you caught on. You can do whatever you want.
I just hyped
Basically,
for
anywhere
y'all,
you
man.
find your podcasts.
Bro, whoever watches on Google Podcasts, I want to buy you Starbucks.
Oh,
So
everyone's gonna be like, "Yeah, I listen."
if you listen on Google Podcasts, hit me up because I talk about Google Podcasts every week. And I feel like when I check the analytics, nobody watches on Google Podcasts.
Honestly, I don't even know what Google Podcast is.
I don't either. So
So
if you watch on Google Podcasts, not everybody, but one person who watches on Google Podcasts, I want to buy you Starbucks.
everyone's gonna download Google Podcast now. Yeah, I listen.
Right.
Give me Starbucks.
Someone wants a coffee. Well, yeah. All right.
I mean, I
so
don't
there you
blame
go.
you. I would.
I would too.
Today's topic. Social media. The good. Oh, I thought you would like say the next one.
Oh.
The bad and the ugly.
I didn't realize that was my cue. I thought I was supposed
paused
to be
for a
on cue
little
for
bit,
like,
but it's okay.
boom.
Dun,
know.
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, literally. I thought that was my effect.
So,
Even though I did nothing. Ignore me.
what social media platforms do you use?
Every one of them. No, I shouldn't say every one of them. I mainly am on YouTube mostly. But then Twitter is a big one for me, a big secondary. I'm on Instagram a lot, and then Snapchat with, a few like close-knit friends. And then I picked up this app called Be Real. I don't use it much to post on because it's like, you ever see those people post pictures of like what they're doing and like themselves? Let's supposed to be real right now, just because.
And themselves?
Yeah. So
that's an app?
Yeah. So like,
I always wondered how people did that, but I didn't realize
it's an app. Yeah. So
it
like,
was an app.
So like you take your Be Real. So it takes a picture of what you're doing. And yeah. See?
Oh, interesting.
And then only your friends will see it.
You have to like add friends on the app?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's literally like a what you call it? Almost like Instagram, but like it's more real because like a lot of stuff on Instagram now is all about reels and video and stuff.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's why they literally call it Be Real.
I wondered how people did that. I didn't realize it was actually like an app.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah. I think that's it for me though. No, sorry, Twitch. I'm a big Twitch user.
I have mostly the same except for like your last two.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm on Twitter. I'm mostly on like our Twitter more than I am on my own, if that makes sense. Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and then I've kind of been using Facebook now that I'm a mom, but
I do too, but I use it for Marketplace.
So like Facebook occasionally when I'm like posting pictures or going to creep on people, but that's also what Instagram's for.
What's your favorite one?
My favorite one is probably between Instagram and YouTube.
My favorite's YouTube, hands down. Sorry, guys.
I mean, I'm on YouTube probably the most, but I don't know. I like going through Instagram. I like seeing people's pictures, what they're doing, especially if they like travel. Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm all in on YouTube, bro. YouTube's
you
my
could watch
favorite.
their travel at that
YouTube's
point.
my favorite. Then right after YouTube, I think it's gonna have to be Twitch. My only gripe with Twitch is, bro. Listen to me. Hear me out, y'all. Stop serving your boy 6 ads at a time. Like, god dang, I just got in here 5 minutes later. Y'all serving me another ad, bro. Hold on. Like, let me chill. Let me have fun with my creators, bro. Yo, I can't even talk to them. I gotta be subscribed, bro. There's so many people I follow on Twitch. I am not rich. I can't afford to be subscribed to every single channel. So don't be sitting here having me watch an ad every 5 minutes, bro. It's so annoying. Like, they be in the middle of saying something, and then a lot of times they just be like ready to like say something to me, and I'll miss it because I'm watching an ad. And I watch a lot of small streamers. So like the likelihood of me missing something important that they're saying is very high because, small streamers, they're notorious for just being in their chat. Like that's one of the best parts about being a small streamer is we get to read our chats. But like a lot of times people miss what we say or we miss what they say or, because of ads. And it's like, dude, like I have my ads turned off, but like people still get ads on my channel, I think.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like you're right.
Twitch is just losing money, bro, because so like they have to like throw ads all over.
Which is kind of surprising because I feel like Twitch has become really big.
Twitch has been big. Like,
I've never realized how many people stream on Twitch until like
I'll tell you when I started
you,
Twitch.
I guess. Like
are you
do
ready
it
for
and
this?
like everyone streams.
I started Twitch in 2014.
Really?
Yeah, but I never was consistent with it like I am now. I started back in 2014 on Twitch, just hanging out, playing NBA 2K on Twitch. And back then it was a big thing.
That's crazy.
But I don't know, like I used to not have my camera on and stuff, so like I would just be chilling, playing games and talking. Which is nothing wrong with that, but like now there's so many different levels.
He wanted to be Dream
To
so
Twitch.
bad.
Yeah, I was Dream before Dream, okay? No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Dream, man. But yeah, there's so many different levels to Twitch, which is sad that it's losing money and stuff, but it's run kind of poorly. Like it's not for like YouTube is all about the viewer experience. I feel like this is such a rant. I'm so sorry, guys. YouTube's all about the viewer experience. Twitch is not. and it's kind of sad. Like that's why there's no discoverability on Twitch. That's why you find us like posting like clips every single day of our Twitch streams. Why? Because there's no discoverability. How are you gonna get seen? Shorts and reels. That's the only way. You know what I mean?
Pro tip, in case you're wondering, life hack.
Sorry,
you heard it here first.
Yeah, I do this. Like I just be ranting about stuff, and I accidentally just.
So would you say it's a bad thing?
What?
About social media? For that social media?
For that platform, yeah.
Like the category of bad.
Yeah, for that platform. But I mean, there's a more like a broad look at social media, and there's bad in there. So like, I don't know if you want to cover bad broadly, or if you want to jump in.
We would. Mm-hmm. It would just kind of be like every social media platform, kind of good, bad, ugly. If you go into like certain ones.
We'll start with the good. Let's be positive.
All right. So I had for under good for social media. I feel like that's where a lot of people make friends throughout like literally the entire world. I know a lot of people that listen to us are from all over the place. If you watch us, our reactions on YouTube, we know you guys are all over the whole world. Man. Oh my God. Every time we stream, and we talk about like what time it is, what time we stream, if it's like good or bad for you, like all this stuff. Like if we stream at like a normal time for us, it's like the next day for some people that like follow us. Like it's crazy. But I feel like making friends along social media is like such a crazy thing to think about. Like, I don't know, like it's so cool.
Let me ask you this. Yeah. Where would you be without content creation? Like, what would you think your life would be? What do you think you'd be doing?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's the good about YouTube.
That's weird.
And like, social media.
I literally wouldn't be doing anything.
Everyone has an opportunity at a platform. Like we all have equal opportunity at a platform. Like essentially, like you could say like, yeah, I have this amount of money already. So like I have more money to put towards, making content, whatever. Yeah. But it's not like that. Everyone has equal opportunity. Like we all start from zero. We have equal opportunity to grow a platform on here. Like you have people who are known more on social media than celebrities. You know what I mean? So like that's part of the good. It's just like it creates like a whole new world for creatives. Cause like if I wasn't doing YouTube, I don't think I'd be in film. A lot of things about film irritate me. Really? A lot of things about the film world irritate the mess out of me. So like I don't think I would be in film. So like
that's interesting.
Doing
I never
YouTube,
knew that.
Yeah, doing YouTube is like it's big for me. I tried acting in the past. It brought me back to YouTube. It reminded me how much I love YouTube. I don't know if there's another thing out there that has so like it has a barrier of entry, but it doesn't really have a barrier of entry. And that's, social media, how it is now. Like if you just post and post and post and serve an audience, people will watch.
I feel like social media gives you like a lot of like potential for like a lot of stuff.
And it creates jobs for people who might not have had a job.
Yes. We love that.
So that's a really good thing.
That's so exciting.
Are we jumping to the bad? I feel like we missed a lot of good.
I have a lot of things in good.
I was about to say, we missed a lot of good.
So another thing under good, I feel like this also just kind of might be on YouTube. I don't know. You can kind of share it like anyway. I had like sharing your stories.
Oh yeah, you can do that anywhere.
Whether you're like tweeting it out, it's like a thread, or you're on YouTube sharing a story, like Twitch live stream. I guess you could be literally everywhere. I don't know why. Like when I first like mentioned it or like thought of it, I thought of like YouTube, and like everyone has like their stories. Like we had like the birth story. Everyone has like some type of story they're sharing. But I love that like there's platforms you could share it on, because then someone connects. Like there's at least one person that'll connect to what you're saying.
And not just that.
Or one person that needed to hear what you're saying.
More on the same thing, you could share education as well.
Right.
Like you can educate others like through social media. I learned more on Twitter this year than I ever have. Shout out to Twitter threads, bro. Twitter threads.
That's what I'm saying.
Make me a better creator, bro. Twitter threads literally like I read more Twitter threads than I watch like educational YouTube videos.
What the?
Twitter threads are crazy, bro. That's why I go on Twitter now. Like I don't go on Twitter to gossip or talk about the latest TV show or anything like that. I go on to talk about YouTube. Yo, literally, I go on to talk about YouTube. I go on to read Twitter threads about YouTube. So like shout out to the people who post those, because they are helpful.
That's crazy. So the last thing I had under good kind of is what I just said. When you're like relating or connecting to people that are doing the same thing, whether or not it's the same niche, whether or not it's the same story, whether or not it's like the same like adventure you went on. You're talking about like what you did compared to what someone else did. Like, I don't know. There's like the one person that you can really connect to. And like that also goes back to making friends. Like everything I just said all like is kind of like a full circle. But I think it's so cool the way it happens. Like the way social media actually works sometimes is incredible.
I agree.
Like it's insane if you think about it. But
100% I agree. I think I have better friends on the internet than some of my like IRL friends.
Right,
you know?
like there's people on the internet I've never even met before, and I'm like, love you.
Right, why do you have to live so far, bro? Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. It goes back to knowing people literally all over the
like
dang
this is
world.
how content houses start, but like we're passing that age now where like we can't just do a content house. Like
Right.
if my group that I hang out with now, if we had all met like when we were around our 20s and stuff, I 100% think that the group I hang out with now would be a content house.
Oh.
If we had met like a decade ago.
Oh my God.
I probably couldn't have done it a decade ago because I would have been too young. But like if like I was like 18 and then they were like old enough, I think like we would have did
He
it.
said I would have been too young.
Yeah. But like, well, because I don't know. I always hang out with people older than me, but I 100% think like we would have a like crazy content house.
Imagine. Oh my God. I don't know if I'd want to visit.
I want to start a group but that's the cool
That'd be
part
crazy.
too. I want to start
I'd
a
be
group
nervous.
like that with them. Like I want to start like something like the Cam Boys or like 100 Thieves or Too Hype, but like everyone just is so busy. We all have like lives and stuff, so it's so hard. No one's like, well, at least yet, no one's a full-time creator in our crew yet, and we're all of us are grinding so hard to get there. So like I'm hoping for all of us to like hit it, you know, by the end of the year. I think we all have potential to do so. But with that being said, it's hard with everyone having lives to try to set something up like that. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like that kind of, I guess, can like filter into like the bad. I feel like you want to do so much, or you are doing so much, or you have a lot coming up, a lot going on, that like you feel like you're too busy for a lot. Granted, you can always like make time for something else. Like you can be like, okay, I'm not gonna stream tonight. Okay, I'm not gonna post a video today. Like, sorry, something came up, type of thing. But you just feel like sometimes that you have so much going on, and you have to plan to get this up and still do this. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we were just talking about, I want to get podcasts recorded and podcasts up for you guys, but then also like pack and then go on vacation. Like it just seems like a lot, but it's like sometimes in your mind you think like, oh, I have to do all of this.
So more on that, I feel like if you're doing YouTube right and content right, you'll feel that emotion. But if you're also doing it right, your fans and viewers will understand if you need to take a break.
They definitely do. We've definitely posted like, oh, no stream. Oh, sorry, this came up. We're going to take the night off. Like they definitely understand.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like it's both.
So here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper on that. I feel like if you're doing YouTube right, you're doing it with a sense of like, these people don't owe me to watch my videos.
Right.
These people don't owe me anything. So like you feel obligated, like, yo, they watch me, like I gotta show up for them. Like perfect example, I'm working on an edit right now. I want this to be the best video I've ever made. Not because it's, you know, well, I did a good job filming. I did do a good job filming, but like I want to give you guys a reason to want to watch it. Like I feel like I owe you guys. This is something that like not everyone else could go to, and so not everyone else could do. So I feel like I owe you guys to do it justice in the edit to show you guys like an amazing video, an amazing time that we had. But I feel like in everything I do now on content wise, I feel like I tend to get to a point where I'm like, yo, I owe these guys, like, you know, they don't have to watch me, but I owe them my effort, my best effort, my best foot forward on YouTube. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're going to put
or
it
even
out.
streams.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to put it out like a video on YouTube, like you want it to be like at least that. Like you want to put out at least the best that like you think you can do, and make sure like they're going to enjoy, they're going to watch, they're going to love it. Like,
well, let's go even deeper. The bad part about that, your brain, bro, that is so hard mentally and stress related. That is like you want to just sit on some shoulders and whew, like. And then the other bad thing is it does take time. Like if you're really trying to grow a business out here, it does take time.
it does. You're not going to pop overnight.
Which is good, I guess, but it's also kind of bad too, because like there's stressors in that, because you have to manage life while trying to like grow the business and do the thing, you know? So like there's a little bit of like a hard part to it, a hard grind portion to it, but that's the separation point. And that's where it's like, all right, this isn't for the weak. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And if you do what you gotta do, like you probably will be rewarded for it. If you do it with the right intentions and you do it properly, like, yeah, you probably will be rewarded for it.
Let me tell you, stressors. Last episode, if you guys watched.
Oh, yeah.
So as we're recording right now, we record usually in the morning when JJ's down for his first nap. We'll record. We usually have about that hour it takes to like set up, record, all that fun stuff. Last week, he was fighting a nap time so bad. I'm hoping if you're watching, it looked great. If you're listening, it sounded good. But we had to stop so much to get up to like put him back down, put him back to sleep. Like he would try to stand in his crib. We had to lay him back down. Like if you actually saw like the timeline for the podcast, like there were so many breaks and like, okay, I have to cut this. This is when we came back. Let me cut this right. There was like another point, like, I didn't want to keep it in, but you had asked about like this camera because I had turned it off at one point. And you were like, is it on? And I was like, no, I'm not touching it. Like I literally gave up with like this camera because we were towards the end. And at that point, like we just were trying to like push that finish, like push to the finish line. It was so hard to edit. I was like, oh my God. I literally sat down and was like, I don't even know how to do this. Like we managed, but it was definitely one of the harder ones I've had to edit since actually editing the podcast. So give myself a little pat on the back, but that one was crazy.
I think you said something there. You don't even realize what you said. I feel like a lot of it is pushing. And that's the bad part about it. Like
there is.
It's good to push yourself, don't get me wrong, but a lot of it is like pushing way too hard sometimes. And like that comes to like burnout and stuff. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like I feel like a lot of times as creators, like we could focus on the wrong things on social media. And you know what? I'm not even going to just say as creators, as people, we could focus on the wrong things on social media. Like someone might say, oh, I'm not as pretty as her. I'm not as, you know, strong as him. Like someone commented on my thing the other day, like, oh, you're not an alpha male.
Dude, literally one of the things I had under bad was like the what is the word?
Toxicity.
That's the weirdest word ever. Anyways, but like all the judgment, all like the hate comments, the comparing, like between comparing yourself to like one person or like everyone on the internet, like you're watching to see, especially if you're like kind of borrowing like video ideas, you're comparing like how they did it compared to how you did it. Are people gonna like my video? They like this one, but I didn't do it like that. Yeah. Like whether you're trying to do it or not, like it happens, and then you're gonna get hate comments. Like that's sadly like the internet's filled with them. Like it's so bad, but it's kind of a thing that you have to just like push to the side, which is like really hard to do.
Shake it off.
Yeah, but like it's hard. It's so hard.
So do you want to get into the ugly then?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like there's definitely more in the good and the bad that we like could have mentioned.
Well, so here's what we should say. Here's what we should say. If you have your opinions on what's good, bad, ugly, like let us know in the comments. Like, or you know, I think there's show notes or something you could type in. Or no, that's not how this works. I don't want to say. Go to YouTube and comment after you listen on your podcasting platform.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing I was also gonna mention was when you said push is last week when we did this. So we had a push to like finish the episode, but right after we did the episode, we streamed. So we had to push through an hour stream, like hoping he would sleep, hoping he would be good. Like if he has to join us in a stream, like we'll join him, but it was just, it felt like so much, but like you guys definitely like turned the day around sometimes. The stream was so much fun. The stream
was fun.
It wasn't like, oh, I have to sit through the stream. Like,
yeah,
it was enjoyable. It just felt like a lot. Like normally, like I said, we do this in the morning and then we have hours before the stream. Like it was just back to back. And then the constant through the podcast, just, it made it seem like it was way longer, and it was crazy.
And it doesn't get any better because the bigger you get, the more that hits your schedule and more that hits your plate. Like you might say, yeah, you can have a team, but some people don't want a team.
Right.
Like I'm at this point, like I used to like fantasize about having an editor and having a team, but like the older I get and the more I get set in my way of how I want to make videos, the less I fantasize about that.
I feel like that would also, I don't want to say get complicated, but like you have to be like able to respond at the moment because they're editing your stuff. Like they don't want to wait for you and then you want your video at a certain time. So they're trying to get it done at a certain time. And if you're not answering them, they might like skip over it, maybe forget. And then either that or you're getting something you don't want. I don't know. Like that just, you have to be on call all the time.
Yeah. And I think this is how I know I found my like niche, I guess, on my channel, because like I'm at the point where I don't want other people touching my videos. You know what I mean? So I think that's
you know what you want at the same time.
I think that's how I know I found my niche. If I could hire anything for my channel, do you know what I would hire? First things first, I always tell people.
Cameraman.
No.
Really?
No, I wouldn't. I think you're okay.
I think you're okay. Wow. I'm honored.
No, I film most of my own stuff now, but I would hire someone for ideas. Help with ideas. That's what I would hire.
Huh.
That is, I honestly
thought you'd say cameraman. That's crazy.
I would love to have a cameraman. Don't get me wrong. I think it'd be really cool. But like I was talking to somebody about storytelling and they said, just use the tripod. Tripod's your cameraman, or use your environment.
Tripod's your best friend.
The environment is your cameraman, you know? So I think that's where I'm at now. I'm going to start trying to get great, crazy clips for you guys, crazy videos. And I'm going to use like random stuff like shelves and stores, sidewalks, whatever I can.
It's funny. Like I love watching people because like I feel like a lot of people that film like day in the life vlogs, blah, 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 their camera's always on a tripod, like no matter where they are. And it's so funny because sometimes like when they're setting up to film, they'll just mention it to like, I don't know if they're trying to be funny or if they're like, haha. They'll like put it somewhere and they'll be like, yeah, you're in my dryer right now. Or yeah, you're on my bookshelf right now. Like I hear that through the people I watch and it's so funny.
It's like, hey, welcome.
Like, yeah, you're sitting in my dryer right now.
Views from the dryer.
It's so funny. But at the same time, like I watch a lot of like people that vlog like day in the life. And when they do like the back to school and their school shopping and they're putting everything in like their car, like you're sitting in their trunk, like you can see them loading their car. It's so funny to like imagine like where people are putting you.
Dude, Casey when they try to vlog. Used to do that. That's where I kind of like so got my mindset from with it.
It's so funny. All right. So ugly.
People get ugly.
It's funny because I was gonna say besides me, but I'd love to joke out of there. people get ugly. Like yeah, like I said, it goes back to the hate comments. Like
the hate comments can be bad, but the hate comments could be really ugly. And I think that as people, again, it goes back to the good of giving everyone a platform. It gets ugly when you give everyone a platform sometimes, and there's no real way to like control and take away from the bad without taking away from the good. So there's just, or even taking away from the, so there's really just nothing you could do other than ignore it most times. And
it's hard though. It's so hard.
It can be.
There's times where like it gets ugly. You have to like, oh my God, I don't know. Like you're trying to build a really good community.
Yeah.
On the internet. On different platforms. So having people that have to be like, I don't know, like talk to almost is sad because like people don't realize like what they're doing. But at the same time, it's like, even if they're trying to come like at us, like we're like the hosts of like our platforms, like they're also coming at like other people within the platform. And it's just, it goes too far sometimes.
So here's what I would say too, man. I have a hard time with me, myself as a person. I have a hard time with not like saying something back to these people. And I'm getting better at it. I'm getting so much better at it. I used to be bad, but like,
yeah, I mean, you don't want to take it too far, but like you need to like say something sometimes, but like you're trying to make it like a,
well, this is the thing though. People expect you to be perfect. Right. So like when you do say something back, they're like, oh wow, you responded to me. You're a child. It's like, do you not read what you just said? Like, what do you mean? Like,
that's
you know
what I mean?
Sometimes, like, what do you want from me, bro?
Sometimes it's a part where you have to ignore it.
I'm human.
Like, you push it aside, whatever. But that's what I'm saying. They keep egging on almost. So it gets to a point where you're like, yo, like, you have to dial it back. And if I have to say something, Like, it's going to be said because, like, you're making this community that we're trying to make, like, wholesome. Like, everyone can go here to talk about whatever. Like, you can come here for anything type of thing. You're turning it into, like, toxic and awful and, like, no one's having fun. Like, everyone's like, oh, my God, like, what is going on?
And
like, we don't want that.
Let me tell you something. If I'm frustrated, it takes a lot for me to get frustrated. So if I'm frustrated, that's how you know you really like have been irritating.
You've pushed some buttons.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get me mad. It does. I'm genuinely like really like patient, and well, when it comes to people, I'm patient with others. I'm pretty, I would say, chill and relaxed. You know what I mean? But then when you get to the point where like you push me too far, then I'm like, all right, like who wants smoke now? Like it's a wrap.
It's crazy.
So that's the ugly side. That is what I would say is the ugly side. Just other people taking things way too far.
You want to know what's also, not to like cut off of this already, but like go back to the bad. You want to know what's a bad thing about social media, mostly for like YouTube purposes?
Well,
The times where you're like recording literally like full into a video, recorded a whole video. This has definitely happened to us before. When you're doing a whole thing to realize there was no audio, realize you missed a big part of your video. You weren't recording when you thought you were.
I got a good one for you.
Dude, that makes me so sad sometimes.
How about, see, the beauty in that, most times you can't really do it with reactions, but if you're home shooting.
We've had it happen with reactions, and like at that point we just don't upload for you guys because I don't want to rewatch it to like have a reaction that we've already had a reaction for, if that makes sense. Like we'll basically be rewatching it like, nah, like we'll keep it real with you guys. Like we reacted, we didn't have audio, sorry, you're not getting the video. Like we wish we could, but I'm not gonna try to
force it.
Like, oh my God, for you guys. Like, nah, like you're getting genuine reactions when we do reactions.
If you're home shooting and you can refilm it, it's good.
It's good, yeah.
But let me tell you something. Nothing like being out at an event or something and getting so lost in the sauce.
What I told you, or what I thought of when I just said that.
Getting so lost in the sauce, you forget to
record. You forget to bring out the camera, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, but like you've missed like a part of something.
It would have been so nice to have that moment on camera, and you can never recreate that moment.
Literally in the video you're about to put out is what I thought of, because there were times where like you were like, get that. And I was like, oh, sorry.
Not even just
like,
that,
remember
though.
to bring out the camera. Or there was one moment where like I thought I was recording and I literally missed the whole thing, because by the time the camera turned on and I hit record, it had already like missed. It's already been and gone. Like, and I was like, dang it.
Dude, even when like Neza pulled up, like I had it on and I like.
We didn't even get it. We were so like lost in the moment. I was like,
yeah. And I guess there's good in that. There's good in still being in the moment. Because even with Kevin, like with the clip at the end of my video, guys, like that, I had to go back to him because we had talked to him for like 5 minutes before.
You found him again.
And I had to find him again and be like, yo, can I just get a clip of you for my video? Like I talked to you, you know, the last couple of times, and I have not gotten like you on video at all. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I got you, man. And so like, you know, we just started, you know, I went off of him. Like he started, you know, saying subscribe, and I was like, oh, that's it. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
He knows what to do.
Yeah, I went off of him, man. And it's funny because, like I said, that goes back to the good of having these artists. Like these guys are now artists. They're specialists at their craft, where like, you know, I learned a lot from working with them. And even the video that I have coming up after this one, the one I'm editing currently as you're watching this, I learned a lot that day, and I can't wait till you see it. But like working with other artists, you learn so much. So I guess that goes back to good, but that's nice. We keep leaving ugly though. Let's talk about ugly.
I don't
What's
really
ugly?
have like what I don't.
You don't know
English.
what's ugly?
I don't know what's ugly. Like what is ugly? Besides like
I could tell you what's ugly.
Environments sometimes.
I'll tell you what's ugly. I'll tell you what's ugly. Platforms could be ugly.
Well, yeah.
Because they are businesses at the end of the day. So a lot of times they don't think about creators. And I've seen this. I literally was just looking at something. I just saw this. They can change lives overnight by like just changing a few policies around.
Very true.
And they can like literally like destroy something, or they can build something up, but they have so much control. You know what I mean? So like, it's really, really difficult, you know? So that's why I say platforms, but platforms could be good, I guess, too. So like,
Everything has a little bit of like good, bad, and ugly. Like every platform is going to have a little bit of all three. Even though people really want them to just all be good, they're going to have their flaws. They're going to have their people. They're going to have their problems. Like,
yes,
it's just how it's going to go. Like, unfortunately, that's just how it is.
it's social media, man.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of, I guess, good that I can't really think of like a lot of ugly parts. I mean, I have good and bad, but like, I don't know what like categorizes under ugly.
I mean, it's still just, for me, it's, I think the ugliest part is people, because
Yeah,
it's just,
definitely. Like when they
people
get
are people.
to that point.
Yeah, people are people. So like, there's nothing you could do. But like
Like, what are you
past
trying to
that, I think, no matter what you say, like people covers the spectrum, because I think of just different situations, and like you could say like social media could destroy families because like, they could report on things that, might happen behind closed doors.
I feel like there's also like videos that people post where like it starts all these like arguments, like some people are on one side, some people are on the other. So like people in the video are going at it, but like people in the comments are trying to
There's
like
literally one going on right now.
put their points. Really?
Yeah, hold on, let me look, because what's his name? Oh, I can't think of his name.
Because I feel like, didn't that happen between like KSI and Alex Wasabi? Like that was the whole thing.
That was a thing.
KSI and like his brother or something like that. Wasn't that
Deji,
another
yeah.
one? Yeah. So like
There's another one going on, like literally, like
everyone
right now.
tries to go like, they talk about the people in the video. So they'll talk about like, hey,
Brent
like,
Rivera and Tyler Oliveira.
really?
Yeah. That's why I say, I was like, oh, okay. I knew somebody was going at it, but yeah, they're
Brent Rivera, really?
yeah.
He doesn't seem like the type to be into it.
I guess it's been going on for a while.
Him and his sister are like really big on like multiple platforms.
I never watched anything.
I mean,
I haven't. I'm not saying like
makes
it
a
is
lot of
bad, but I
YouTube
just
videos,
haven't.
but I think he's also on TikTok, and I think his sister is like really big on TikTok.
I think we reacted to his sister
Lexi
though.
Rivera?
Yeah, we did react to
She's-
Lexi.
I mean, I think she does YouTube, but I think she's really big on TikTok. She also makes a lot of TikToks with Brent's girlfriend. She's on social media as well.
What's
So-
his girlfriend's name?
I forget her name.
Oh, anyway, but yeah, so
yeah,
that's the
I
ugly,
don't
though.
know if she's on YouTube. I've never really like watched her or seen her, but I know she makes a lot of TikToks with Lexi. So like they're just like a triangle of like social media people. Like it's kind of cool, but I would not have pictured him in any like squabbles.
I got another one for you. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
People getting taken advantage of in the workforce of social media.
That's insane.
Editors,
That's definitely
graphic design people.
ugly.
Like I've seen that so many times over there. I've been involved in some of it. Like,
That's insane.
oh, I got another ugly for you.
Oh,
Fake courses and fake gurus. Oh,
courses?
yes. Well, not fake, but like they make these courses just full of stuff you find for free. Like a lot of times they charge you like a
they're trying to
premium.
make a bang for the buck.
Yeah, and they charge you like a premium just for like all free information.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh man.
Yeah, that'd be ugly.
Like most times, like courses, at least that I find, a lot of the courses you find on the internet are just, correlation of things. And I guess like you're just paying for like the premium of it being in one spot and you don't have to go looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
But like there are a lot of legit courses too, by the way, guys. I'm not saying this about like,
You just have to watch.
yeah, or, get it from people you trust.
Right.
Like I would get like the Cimarelli course. I would get the Airac course. Well, I did get the Airac creator, not program, but I'm just saying
You
like,
already like went through like most of that.
yeah. So like I'm saying like for people you trust, people are skilled and gifted at these things.
Mm-hmm.
If what you call it, if Mark Rober came out with an engineering course, heck yeah, I get it. Marquez Brownlee came out with a course. I just can't afford all these different courses, but I would get Marquez Brownlee's course. Like,
I didn't even know all these people came out with stuff.
yeah. Well, Mark Rober didn't. I'm just saying if he did, I would do it because Mark Rober's proven to know engineering. You know what I
Be
mean?
legit.
But like these guys who are like made their YouTube account yesterday are making a course about YouTube the next day.
They're like,
you know
buy
what I mean?
my stuff, I'll teach you.
It's like, dude, like,
You have to kind of, that's where you kind of have to do some like investigation to be like, all right, is this legit?
yeah.
Is it gonna like serve me well? Is it actually gonna teach me stuff I don't know, or am I just gonna be rereading stuff I already
Literally.
know where I can Google type of situation.
Like, and it's hard because like I think personally I know my stuff about YouTube and I know my stuff about content because I study it so much.
Yeah, I definitely go to Julian for like stuff. I'm
But,
like, what did I
like,
do?
Charging like hundreds of dollars for a course, I don't think I could do ever.
That's crazy.
I don't think I don't want to say ever, but like currently I don't think that's something like I could justify because like I've grown channels, yes, but like I don't have that result to show you guys like for myself to sell something like that. You know what I mean? Like I can help you get started, like your first 1,000 subscribers, like I can help you get there, but like anything past that point, I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm still trying to figure that part out myself, guys. So like,
Yeah. I feel like if you're still going along on that journey and all this stuff, you really don't like have the room to try to help people because at the same time, you're both going to be on the same level.
yeah,
Trying to figure it out at the same time.
Not that you can't help people, but you can't charge people a high premium to
guide
help
them too much if you're doing the same thing. I feel
No,
like.
I think you can. I feel like you can because you could say, like, you could bounce ideas off of each other. That's fine.
I mean, that's true.
I just don't think that you could sit here and be like, all right, here's my $500 course, like pay up. You know, you got 1,000 subscribers. I got 6,000.
Fair point.
Let's go follow me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it works like that.
True.
And since we're still talking about ugly, let's talk about vanity numbers. There's a lot of vanity numbers right now behind content, and it is ugly.
What's vanity numbers?
Basically just empty views and empty subscribers. It's like, I got this many views, I got this many subscribers, like I'm better than you type vibes.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff I'm not game for. Yeah, literally. I'm not game for that stuff, bro. Like I don't think you should make a course if you're like, you know, at the same exact point, but I feel like just because you got numbers and you've been doing this, like, doesn't mean you're any better of a person than I am or any different. Like, and I think that's what I also learned, like, at the K&J meetup. These are all highly successful people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, we had a very highly successful person look us in the face and say, "Hey, I watch y'all." Like,
Imagine.
like I'm like, yo,
just try to picture it because,
yeah, but like, it just goes to show, like, anybody can do this. You know what I mean? And like, you don't have to be a social media like
shoot, you said
like superstar to be like, I don't know, like gifted at this. Yeah, not even to be noticed, but just to be
Everything
gifted. Like,
gets noticed.
a lot of people think that numbers behind things means you're talented, and like a lot of times it's not. Like I've had people be like, "Oh, you don't have a lot of subscribers. You're not good enough," or something. You know, stuff like that. Like, you're not good. Look at your views. You're not good enough at this. Like, why are you still trying this? Blah 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 blah. But that goes back to people's social media, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that type of people definitely get ugly because I don't know. Like, I don't want that type of. It goes back to like where I said in the bad, like the judgment. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're all people trying to like
Figure this thing out.
right. You're still trying to do this. You all want to do this. You might not all be necessarily like on the same page, but like you're still all on the same platform. Like, just because someone watches you doesn't mean you don't know they're watching this person who might not be like at the same spot as you, but they still enjoy both. Like, they still enjoy what you're both doing. The like message you're both trying to bring. Like, I don't know.
I think that social media is whatever you make it. And I think that at the end of the day, it all depends on your presence and who you want to be online. And that's kind of like where I put my flag down. I'm like, this is who I am. This is who I'm going to be on the internet. I'm going to be good, and I'm going to make social media be good for me and my family.
Right. And at least like you and your community as well. Like, you want it to be whoever's joining.
That's my family,
like,
man. AJ family. I already know.
They want it to be like, I want to go here. Like, I love it here. I love not even the creators, but like the people within. I feel like is most important too. Like, the people within the community, like, get along. Like, goes back to friendships. Like, they're making friends. They met in this people's live stream or this people's Discord or like on this, I don't know, any type of something. 100%. Like, it's crazy.
And then, you know, other creators meeting up. Like, I'm literally like in talks of like flying out to Chicago randomly, like just one day.
Yeah, he literally mentioned that the other day, and I was like, wait, back up. What? Like,
literally right after we come back from Orlando too. Like,
yeah, would you be mad if I like did this for a day. Like, wait, what? What did you just say? Like, where are you going? What is happening? Like, literally gives no context, no details, just mentions it. And I'm so confused.
It's for a charity live stream.
I mean,
if he gets there, if he gets to the number, he's got to get to a number for me to do that. But we haven't talked about
I was
what that
so
number's gonna be
confused.
yet.
Let me tell you, just mention it. You're like, huh? it was the weirdest thing ever. I was so lost.
I just think I would love to visit Chicago anyway, so I think it'd be kind of cool.
I feel like Chicago would be cool.
Right? All right, cool. I'm gonna do it.
Julian didn't know about that bean thing in Chicago. That like metallic. I don't even know what it is.
Well, it's funny. So after you told me about the bean,
and he had no idea what I was talking about, and I'm like, that's like the most iconic thing over there.
Right? But then after that, New York got a bean too.
Really?
New York put a bean out. I mean, a bean, because I sent it to Jat.
Where?
He's like, oh, they have a mediocre bean to go with their mediocre pizza.
Oh, tea. Really? I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Chicago style is not better than New York style. That is my hot take of the day. I don't even think that's a hot take. That's a legit take. That's a take. That's a take. I will die on that hill. New York style, Brooklyn style pizza all day.
All right. So I think we had talked about in this episode about all the hate. Don't come after Julian. We're trying to make a positive community here. Julian just likes to stir the pot sometimes.
I do like to stir the pot sometimes. I think it's funny. But like I do it in a loving way where like I want to like stir the pot within like our family of like, you know, our subscribers, our viewers. Like you guys are our family. So like I like to stir the pot with you guys because like, you know, we know how to keep it respectful and banter back and forth a little bit.
Okay. With that being said, we're gonna go into question of the week. What is my question of the week?
What is your question of the week?
Oh. Mine's a good one.
You got tea?
Because it probably will be.
Oh God,
Just kidding. You're just probably gonna have to think about it. How long do you think you spend on social media in a day?
That's not fair. I work on social media.
Well, yeah. So like people who work are gonna have higher numbers than like me. Mine, I'm pretty sure mine like always says like my screen time is like 2 or 3 hours.
Yes, but I don't watch regular TV.
So
like,
I would say I put 2 hours with a question mark. I feel like that sounds like a lot, but doesn't sound like a lot.
I think I'm pushing 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, but like you said, you work on social media. I don't really work on social media like that.
If I think of Twitch streams, if I think of like YouTube, if I think
stream
of
for
Twitter,
at least an hour or two.
Yeah, I think of Twitter.
Never mind going on all the other stuff. I would say you're probably right.
I think I spend like maybe 8 is high. I think I'm in the 6s
6,
though.
7.
Yeah, I think I'm in the 6s for sure.
When your thing comes up, what does it say for the hours of screen time?
I use my phone for work, so I don't really look at it because like I have to have my phone out when I'm working.
Huh.
So like it's kind of cheating. I'll look at my screen time. No, hold on.
Oh, I'm curious. I'm gonna look at mine.
All right, so
Phone.
it's like loading.
Time.
I don't know why it says your iPhone screen time will be reported here, and it's not telling me what my screen time is. Okay, iPhone. You just want to glitch now when I actually look at this?
Is 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm like probably way above that. I'm probably like double that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, for the day so far, it's 12 in the afternoon, and it says so far I've been on my phone for 18 minutes.
Mine isn't popping up.
And I've been up for like 3 hours.
Mine is not. Oh, this is all devices. No wonder.
See, my thing is mostly Instagram. So like I figured Instagram is probably one of my biggest. I usually watch YouTube on the TV. So
yeah,
it's not usually on my phone a lot.
It's not working.
Yeah, mine says 3.5 hours daily. Today it's been 18 minutes so far. In the 3 hours I've been up.
That's not bad.
I try to like not be that bad, but you know, sometimes I'll just be on my phone. I'm not like a person like on TikTok. I feel like if I actually was on TikTok, my screen time would jump so high, but like I don't go on TikTok. So most of my scrolling just is on Instagram.
I cut myself off from TikTok, man. I stop myself when I'm on it for too long because I'm like, dude, like I know like this is a waste of my time, bro. Like such a waste. I post on there sometimes, but like, well, excuse me, with making shorts and coming up with shorts ideas, these things inspire me. So like I watch TikTok a little bit.
Interesting. All right, well, that's all I had.
On that note,
bad and ugly.
Let us know what you have below and what your daily screen time is.
Let me know what your screen time is. Let me know how long you're on social media.
Word. But all right, guys, we are out of here, man. Keep grinding. Keep chasing your dreams. And remember, nothing without because easy. We out.
Peace.